This is like my first ever like YouTube video. I'm literally filming off my iPad and using my lamp for lighting, so mad quality. And I'm very sorry for heavy breathing because I have asthma for one, and I'm also big, so gonna be a lot of heavy breathing in this video. But honestly, I'm just gonna get straight into the topic, and I'll just talk more about like other stuff after. But for the main thing from this video, I'm talking about religion. Um, this is gonna be, ooh, don't cancel me. But bro, it's probably gonna be like one viewer. But what I was gonna say, yeah, this video is gonna be about religion, because the past few months, honestly, almost a year, I've been in a funk with religion, specifically the religion of Islam. And bro, this is not a bashing video about Islam or religion in general or anything like that. Like, no, this is just me and my experience. Like, I feel like if you're atheist, you're atheist. That's cool. If you're religious, you're religious. That's cool. Like, it doesn't matter to me like what you believe in. I would just be a good person. Sorry, guys. I'm a yapper. I know I'm so like subconscious because bro, digital footprint's crazy. But like lately, I've been falling out of love with my religion once again. For some background, I was born Muslim. I was raised in a Muslim household, specifically a West African Muslim household. I'm come from a Fulani Guinea background, so like Islam or religion in general is literally like heavy in my like life, especially my culture. My name itself comes from the religion I practice. Islam comes from the Quran, specifically, the Prophet's second wife. I mean, first wife. Sorry, I don't want to spread misinformation. This video, like, I promise you, I'm not pulling out facts. I'm not doing. This is no research, and this is purely like things that I know or remember. So you may be asking like why, like, or maybe wondering if you care, like why, like, ugh, is she one of those crazy ex-religious people, whatever, who just no. It's not that. Because like I said, I've been born as I was raised Muslim and all that. Thing is like these past couple months. I don't know if you're watching this, if you've been on Muslim TikTok or just anything in that region, but there's been so much going on that's been making me like question so many things. First, we have that one niqabi saying that licking ice cream as a female is like sort of like inappropriate to do, bro. And then you have the Dawa bros, and then oh my god, and they're talking about making halal lingerie, um, so many other things. I haven't written any of these things down, so I'm just thinking of things top of my head, and a couple things that come into my mind on like why like religion has been coming is kind of like taboo with me again for like, bro, like for to preface this, I've always struggled with religion for a very long time. Just want to preface that. So like, this is kind of like it's gonna be on and off a little bit. But for one, like one thing I have been thinking about lately is like how like why bad things happen. Not like, oh, why did I stub my toe? Why does this and this happen? Why does war happen? But I'm just thinking about like how can people say like God or Allah is always protecting you and stuff like that, but there's like kids and children being raped and stuff and things of that sort, like a lot of victims to many different things. I'm like, hey, don't get me wrong, I know bad things are supposed to happen, like duh, like living in a world where everything's perfect is very unrealistic and like what's it called? Is it dystopian? Yeah, it's very dystopian to like think. And I'm not saying um like it's good to like I want to preface that like a bad person, a bad religious person is not like God or Allah is not like makes them do that. Like, I don't know, like, cause yes, you follow God, but you also have your own mind as like I don't know how to describe what I'm trying to say. Please chill on me. But you know what I mean? Like some like God is not like the reason of people's like choices in a way. If you catch my drift. It's just like so many things happen. It's like how like is this like how can this pass by? You know what I mean? Like what do you mean like a rapist, a murderer, a child rapist, just anything like I'm specifically thinking about um sex crimes right now, and I'll get into that a little bit later. Someone who's um like just the worst of the worst, but like if they go to like hunch, they do pilgrimage and stuff, they're forgiven and they can go to like that's just so like I just can't really comprehend that. And I'm saying this based off my own knowledge, so like there probably is maybe they're not forgiven or whatever they say. And then and specifically I'm focusing on sex crimes because of like all like the wars happening right now, and specifically like Islam Islamic countries like Sudan, the woman in Afghanistan, and so many more things. Like so many, like even though I don't think Congo is an Islamic country, but still like I'm just thinking about that like specifically. I'm just like there's all these people believe in God. Some of them are very very religious. They're really the good people and all that. But all these bad things are happening to them. And then like the person that's the followers of Islam that are committing these acts of crime and stuff, because like sex crimes is like the main crime that's being committed towards these victims in these countries. Please take my wording very lightly. I'm very bad with my words, but it was like I'm like bro, like, but these people, if they just do one pilgrimage, they'll all their sins are forgiven, all the things they've done is forgiven. And they're guaranteed Jannah. Like that is, for me, that's not okay for me. Like I don't. That concept is so odd to me. And what else was I going to say? But at the same time, like as I'm speaking, mind you, this is coming from a woman, and so I'm like a girl. So I'm not gonna talk about like what men stuff or whatever. But like we're told to not like wear perfume. I think even doing our eyebrows and stuff is like not okay. Um, false lashes. Okay, that I kind of understand, but like perfume and eyebrows is like that's like a sin. Then I could possibly go to hell for that. It's just it's giving me head scratch. Like I don't know, but like I say, take my words lightly because it's just things I've been circulating, been raised upon. I haven't really done much research in the Quran, but trust me, I will be doing that like this. So yeah, that's what's looking into my mind. Also, homosexuality, like that's another big thing. Culture, I'm putting culture out of this. Like this part has nothing to do with culture. But from what I know or what I've learned about homosexuality in Islam, it is a sin, yes. Do I believe it should be a sin? No. Me personally, no. I don't think so because I have my own beliefs on that I'll get into later. But it's like homosexuality is a sin, and where it's like, as you guys know, like music is also considered a sin. I'm pretty sure that's still like flip floppy. They say like it's not a sin, it is a sin. I don't think it should be a sin. We're gonna get into that later. But it's basically the same as that. It's just like you're sinning publicly, basically what homosexuality is. But I feel like for me, it's just like I don't believe in that. Like I feel like there's a lot of like people who laugh at like gay Muslims and stuff like that. But gay Muslims is the same thing as a Muslim who drinks and smokes or curses. Like it's like the same kind of like sin level. I'm pretty sure. I'm not quite sure, but that's how I think of it, and I feel like that's just not right. I feel like it kind of sucks that people have to hide like their identity or what they feel to the rest of life in order to just go to like there's many gay people out here who are nice and kind and stuff that generally do deserve heaven. I think every good person deserves to go to heaven, but like about the same time you have to question like what is a good person? You know what I mean? We'll get back to that. But yeah, that just came to my mind, and then I feel like there's too much focus on that. But what did I say I was gonna get back to? I guess we'll never know. But that's what I've been kind of like feeling about religion, like those little, or specifically Islam. Luckily for me, I do have this Quran that's in English. So it's literally ripped. I accidentally ripped it. Like I feel so bad. But I'm still like gonna show respect to like the religion. Like even I wouldn't want to say I would ever leave the religion because like it's such a big part of who I am and like what I grew up on and my culture, which I take pride in. I can never sit up here and say like I will leave Islam or say I don't believe in God or something of the sort. But it's just right now, it's just I feel like it's just so much. I could put some blame on social media a little bit about this, but yeah, it's just crazy. And some more info about me. I went into a religious psychosis once, which that was the first time I wore the hijab, and not gonna lie, I was just giving LARPing Muslim on TikTok for a lot. Like everything I saw on TikTok, I was just believing. So I took the hijab off. I recently of 20 last year or school year, I wore the hijab until maybe March, on like after. So like I wore it for the first time freshman year of high school. Took it off. I'm now in college, and then 2025 till March 2026. No, 2025 August till March 2026. I've worn it. Like I literally took it off again after Ramadan. Um, because it was just like I was really just like in a slump. Like I just wasn't practicing how I should be practicing or how I was practicing. And I was just like I was larping. Like I was really just. I just feel like I was just. I thought I was ready this time. I really genuinely thought I was ready. I'm like, okay, like I don't have to like know everything about Islam to be a proper hijabi, whatever. Like I don't. There's many like there's reverts who wear the hijab and still learn how to do many things that you know what I'm saying. Like it's really not that. I just feel like there's just a lot of things like I feel like I needed to like learn about myself, how I wanted to dress because bro, like I'm so regretful because I bought so many clothes that I was just like, bro, this is not even my style. I don't even like these colors. Like I don't like bright colors. I'm trying to put myself in a category of hijabis like soft core hijabi. Like bro, I don't know what I was doing. Like I was really just lost. And I feel like for me to make such a big decision like that, because like bro, I'm currently 19, bro. I'm a young hoe. Like I need to explore myself more. I don't need to force myself to be in a certain box already. Like I need to really explore myself more. And I feel like I should have done that before I put it on again. But nonetheless, do I regret putting it on for the second time? No, not really, because I did have like the good intentions of like really like learning more on religion, but it just never clicked in the mind. I'm trying not to make this video too long. Another thing that I want to mention is like how like I want to talk about like how like if I do choose religion, I do want to say like I still believe like gay homosexuality shouldn't be a sin, and like certain things that in Islam that I get like music. I also feel like music shouldn't be considered haram in a way, but I kind of understand why music kind of is haram in a way. Like vulgar music and stuff should not be like said. So that's why I'm wondering like if I don't believe in everything in Islam or in the Quran or whatever, does that make me less of a Muslim? Am I still considered Muslim? Like, because there's many things in the book or I've learned or practices in Islam that I do like encourage and like and love and practice. Like, I feel like saying Bismillah before eating is good. I feel like for anybody who's not Muslim, basically like kind of almost like a prayer. If you're a Christian, I guess, or if you're aware of the Christian religion, you know how they pray before eating their food. Bismillah is basically like that in a way. That's how I can interpret it, at least. But what was I gonna say? But no, like also like praying 5 times a day is good. There's a lot of teachings from the prophet that like is I love. How smiling is sunnah. I feel like that's very important, like especially mental health wise. I feel like drinking and smoking should be haram. Like I feel that, bro. That's one thing I do believe in, bro. Like that is just backbiting. I feel that should be a sin too. Like, well, it is a sin that I do believe is like very like I practice in Islam. Like, there's a lot of practices in there that I do. Like, I'm like, yeah, like you cooked it, and there's some like, I don't really know about that, buddy. Like, for example, I just found out like there's this common I don't know if it's a ayah or hadith. Like, I'm not quite sure. It's like this one quote. Like, every like a majority of Muslim couples, when they get married or whatever, they have like this one ayah or hadith that's like, oh, and Allah created you guys in pairs or whatever. I feel like everyone took that and ran with it and thought they meant couples. Whole time it was it. Bro, whole time. I'm so sorry. Yes, I know how much online. Sorry, but it's just like it's crazy how like, bro, everyone thought that majority of people thought like, oh, when they're talking about couples, they're talking about love, but nope, not that, not about that at all, not about that at all. But I feel like when it comes to like Islam and then culture, how to distinguish that, but it's also hard to do that because like you can't really say like, oh, this is culture, this is only culture, but when it stems from Islam, you know. But I do think how it stems like that is because people take one thing in the book and then drag it. Like, for example, the whole four wives thing. Don't even get me started on that, okay? Bro. Bro. Like, I wouldn't say I would defend that or whatever, but culturally, if you, bro, don't anger me. Islamically, okay. But the cultural, if you want. But anyway, I'm so sorry. Bro, I really hope this gets 5 views, but I'm just gonna end this video off because it's pretty long. I'm always on rant. There's so many videos on my iPad or on my phone of me ranting. If this video gets 5 views, maybe a comment, I'll make another video, or I might just make this my little digital diary. I don't know what I'm gonna title this video. It's raw, uncut, like I said. Filming this off my iPad using a lamp. The most I did prep for this video is tie up my garbage right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. This plastic bag right here. Yeah, sorry. To make it look more presentable. It's literally nighttime. It's like about to be. It's 11:35. I already did my skincare routine and all that, so that's how you know this video's like. I wouldn't say out of the blue. Ooh. But like, I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I'm scared. Digital footprint is a real thing, bro. Like, I'm very scared. Like, you know. But as you can see, I'm literally in my bonnet. But I don't know. Like and subscribe. I don't know. Like, I really hope I get at least like 15 views on this. I don't know what I'm gonna title this video at all yet, but it's just I just wanted to like rant on here and I guess vent about this because like I don't know who else to like really vent to about this. And also to preface all this, again, like I said, I grew up Muslim household. In the city I live in, I've surrounded myself, I guess, with I'm not gonna say there's a lot of Muslims here, but like I've been surrounded by Muslims a lot. And you know, you see a lot of things that makes you question, and I feel like this video is healthy because I feel like you have to question religion. Like, you have to, and I encourage it. I don't care what anyone says about that. I really do encourage people to question religion because you should know what you're practicing and following and the reasons behind it. No matter what language your religion is in or how long ago, you should know what you're practicing. Like you say, practice what you preach, to be exact. This is not a hate video. This is not like a booing video. Like, it's none of that, bro. All positive vibes over here. And I apologize for any heavy breathing, any stuttering, any mispronunciation of words. And if I don't speak clearly enough, I know 2 languages, y'all. Well, not 2, but more. That's my excuse every time. But also, like, I have a solid speech impediment and a lisp somehow. But I'm just gonna end this video off right here. I'm about to post this raw and uncut. So please do not bully me in the comments. Please. Okay, bye.